All right, so welcome back to the vlog. The vlogs are gonna be a bit sporadic as I try to figure out the best date to edit and upload. So we'll see how that goes. Today, actually, I need to clean up. I have boxes and stuff in our utility room that needs to be cleared up, put away. So the place is not dirty, but it's like untidy, if that makes any sense. Like Band-Aids, hair tie, random empty cup, garbage, like little things like that that needs to be just addressed, cleared away. So I hope you guys are well, and thank you for joining me for this vlog. He and I have been working on a jigsaw puzzle. We started some jigsaws on Saturday, and this is our second one. So this is 1,000 piece, and little Miss Kitty Jupiter here seems to really like the cats, or this box. Cats like boxes. So, but it's time to clear this up. Can we? Do you think you can? Hello, ma'am. Oh, hi, sweet lady. Okay, here we go. Can you please go into your cat tree? Thank you. In you go. Good girl. Yes, big stretchies. Okay, now I have to wipe my Now I have to wipe my table off because she was lying on it, and we don't usually allow her on the table. She's not allowed on our surfaces, actually, but I don't know. I went outside to have my coffee, and then I came back and she was just staring at me. So I don't know, maybe she saw the cat. Actually, I sent Tina the photo, and she was like, oh, she's with her people. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I took a photo of her as well, and I posted it on Instagram in my stories that she's with her peeps. I thought it was so cute. This spray that I got from Revolve. It's called Levant Collective. It's a multi-purpose cleaner in fresh linen. I use this to clean my marble. It's so good, but I'm running out. So I need to order a new one. So that's what we're gonna do, but I just have to wipe the table down, fluff the cushions, and then prep for the curtain situation. And different people do different things, but I do like to have my placemats on the table. This is a place where we primarily work right now. We don't have an office because we still need to renovate our basement, but this is where we primarily work. And so I don't usually set the table with like plates and stuff. I know some people like to keep their tables empty, but I like the idea of just having placemats on the table. And then I have these marble candle holders that I got from the thrift store. They're beautiful. They look like they could be Crate and Barrel or something else. Our table, by the way, is custom. I commissioned this earlier this year. Yes, I commissioned this in February, and it took about 2 months to make, and I will link the maker down below. But essentially, he had this table. How I designed it was he had a coffee table called the Sanufo coffee table, and what I loved about it was the legs. So we're just like, okay, so we had a good place to start, and we're like, okay, I want a coffee table with those legs. They were like very organic, wide, had presence. And then the top, I didn't want something that was oval or rectangular. I wanted something a little bit natural, organic. And so I kind of like looked at inspiration, and we worked to kind of just make this table look very kind of organic, almost like it was just like a piece of wood and they just sanded down the sides and left it as is. And then we did like a natural white oak lacquer on top. So it has a bit of a shine, and I think it really does kind of make a presence in this dining area, because it's a dining area, it's very small. Just because it's not a big space, and so having something that has presence but also is very understated, organic, so it flows. It doesn't have any sharp edges, which is really kind of soft on the eyes and soft on the space, which kind of encourages movement around the room. And then pairing that with our ceiling light, we think it really just kind of helps this space to come together. Now, it's not 100% done. There are a couple of things I still want to add. So I do want to put like a little rug in here. I have to get rid of Jippy's cat tree, which you guys are currently sitting on. I do have a lovely mirror, which is nice. And then I also have some artwork that needs to go up. But as you can see, we don't have a lot of walls in this house. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to figure out where to put certain artwork. I think I might have to sell some of what I have. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with this space. It's a very simple space. It doesn't take a lot to fill this room. And so, you know, it is very, I love it. I think it's really nice. So, so this is pretty much it. The chairs are from Crate and Barrel. These are the end chairs. I will link them down below, but I love them because they're slip covered. So having a kid, Leif loves sitting in the end chairs. They're comfortable for him. They have wheels. So he's really, really, he loves this one. And so I got those two for the end chairs, and I could just take the covers off, throw them in the wash, put them back, and they're good to go. And then we got these really lovely chairs as well from Crate and Barrel. I will also link them down below, but I think they go really lovely with the space. Dining room is pretty much tidy. I'm gonna move on over to the living room now. As you can see, it's a little just, you know, it's a little hodgepodge. Like, it's not hodgepodge per se, but it is very like messy. So I have some Lego here. Some of this stuff is from the dining table because we were working on the puzzles, and so I put that there. But I'm gonna open up the curtains and get to cleaning. Show you the mudroom in this vlog. I tried to record this section before and it didn't quite work out. So here we have it. I haven't actually showed you in its full glory, so let's turn on the lights. So I love this room. I really pushed my creative boundaries for this room in terms of my color choices, finishes, textures, and stuff like that. So I can run you through it. So on the floors here, we have some travertine tile, really lovely. They change in patina over time. And what I love the best about this mudroom is that the floors are heated. So they feel really nice underfoot. And when people come over to visit, they're just like, oh my gosh, your floors are warm. So there's that. The mudroom is still not fully finished. I have to get a custom cushion for this bench top. And then we have two storage compartments here. This one has our robot vacuum. And then, so I designed the cabinetry so that when the vacuum is getting put away, this section under here is open and it'll just slide right in. And so that's where that lives. And I was very intentional with the design of the cabinetry in the mudroom. Over here is where we store our coats, jackets, boots, stuff like that. Boots go in the bottom drawer, coats and stuff go here, and then we keep like grocery bags and stuff up there. And over here is where I keep my vases. I'll show you this one. It's probably the least messy out of all of them. I keep my vases, water dispensers, pedestals, stuff like that. This is a pot rack that I found on Amazon. It was like $30, and it works really well for hanging your purses. It's nice and secure. And these hooks here. So I just hang my bag, the dog leashes, stuff like that. We keep our thermostat in here. These light switches are from Handle Shop, and I'll link them down below. So I'm not going to show you in here. It's quite messy. I wanted an arch door, and we could not find one anywhere. So this is a regular straight rectangular door that we just built an arch around, and I think it came out pretty good. So we made it a pocket door just because we were short on space, and we wanted to utilize the space as best we can. So this is our powder room. The lighting is from Etsy, and then the wallpaper is from Graham Brown. I'll also link this down below. And then our sink we had imported from Turkey. This is a solid Calcutta Viola marble sink. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have known the sink saga, okay? Like, you were very invested in figuring the sink out with me. And we figured it out during our build, and it was great. But it did cost us money, and I did lose money on the original sink. And then I also ended up breaking it. So that was painful. And then this is our toilet. And normally I would not show people my toilet, but I really love this toilet because this is the flusher. Pretty cool. But that is the powder room, our mud room. That's everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it.